taking time. Sorry. Okay.
Take time to
me. Okay. Freedom Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
The same allegation of corruption, there are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption, I mean, Moda should be good enough to go to prison as well.
This is to me, you know exactly what happened up Capitol. You have the evidence to prove what happened up Capitol beyond all reasonable doubt. So we do not have to keep running in circles. Investigation is now a single day. The governor of Liberia is an interest. It's a party in this case.
As part of the many challenges in Liberia, poor education, joblessness, and underdevelopment, the question are, how will Liberians be reconciled with self-division, divisive, and destructive politics?
Let me address this private jet issue. My response will not go down there. As Daria Dera, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President William. I want to publicly apologize to President William. We did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
What troubles me is to hear a sitting president, Joseph Walker, and his men to try to tear our country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create job opportunity and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life? Answer these questions plus many more. John K.O.K. and Princess Elisa Vanche Colley from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Freedom Hub, for the most informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 87.9.
Guess what? People come up here. Oh, we didn't eat here with me. Just like all day, they get a husband at the mission taking for people. I was there to and I is all we didn't buy it. Yes, we didn't want it's a rescue. I just want to ask you one question. Now, is a rescue. You're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you. It's a rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's what you to us. You even claim to even be the hero. You just be rescued for how you to us. So how the rest now stable. No job, no food, no food on the table. No chance for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids get poor. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of help people, they breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people I used to say you not know. It's a rescue. I just want to ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? You're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you. It's a rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are coming to change things. But we not seeing changes. I'm just saying you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made your country team out of into CDC and Unity Party, they can't come through. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You know your rescue team. I said, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question now. Who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, it's a rescue. The people say I'm like you. That's what I am. Changes. I'm just saying you and your rescue team. We're not seeing changes. You made it whole country team by the 802. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Down on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Down on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I said, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question now. Who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, it's a rescue. The people say I'm like you. That's what I
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and a pleasant welcome to all of you, our people listening to Freedom Radio Liberia. This is the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Kyle Oliver Kyle. I'm here today on a lone presentation. Jerome Roosevelt and the Princess Alexa Vanjakoli are not around on today. We're hoping they'll be on tomorrow. There are too many things happening in the country on this wonderful, wonderful day as we congratulate our brother Abu Sharif. His baby girl arrived. His baby girl arrived last night on yesterday. And so he took a day off on today from Freedom Morning Rise. I want to say congratulations to you, Abu Sharif, of Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom FM 87.9. There are too many things happening in the country. The Liberian government, the people of Liberia should know. The Liberian president has requested the lawmakers to sign some papers so they can print new money. I repeat, the Liberian president, His Excellency Joseph Yoma Boakai, has written Speaker Richard Nagbeku and the members of the legislature to return from their constituency break in order to address some critical issues of national concern, according to the Executive Mansion communication. Amongst all of the other things the lawmakers are expected to come back for is the issue that has to do with the printing of new Liberian dollars. Okay, brother, let me print money again. Brother, let me print money again. They come and print new Liberian dollars. What is it? What is it? We're going to be looking into that particular situation. Originally, the lawmakers are supposed to return on the particular date they are supposed to return, which is in May of this year. The lawmakers were supposed to return at the capital next month in May. We're in April and the president is recalling them. It is a traditional situation when the president is recalling the lawmakers from their break. There is a cause attached. They normally find extra money to pay the lawmakers, extra money to pay the staffers, and so this is what it is. That is a part of the information on today's edition. Still on government failure and the different challenges confronting the country. The Liberian people in Bon County are expected to encounter medical difficulties because the staffers at the Phoebe Hospital are still threatening. They're still threatening go slow if their demands are not met by the Liberian government. And tell me who you rather give the rescue by the Liberian government through the Ministry of Health. And so all of these issues plus many others, including a particular statement that was made by CDC Secretary General Jefferson Tambakoji. Tambakoji made a particular statement during the course of the weekend, and Liberians all across the country are beginning to have divided opinion on the statement that was made by Jefferson Koji, the Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change. We're going to play you his voice. We're going to play you the voice of the CDC Secretary General when he spoke regarding threats from individuals within the Unity Party and the ranks about stealing the 2029 elections. Responding to comments about people in the Unity Party contemplating on stealing the 2029 elections, Jefferson Tambakoji was able to issue a statement. We're going to play his voice. We're going to play the audio. We're going to play for you to listen so that you have your own opinion on the matter. We're going to talk about it a little bit. We're going to provide our own critical analysis, which will be deeply rooted in facts, rooted in precedents, rooted in what we've witnessed over the period. Too many things happening on this wonderful, wonderful day. My name is Kai. I'm here on a little presentation. Remember, those of you who are playing the cash giveaway, you still stand the chance to win some money. I repeat, those of you who are playing the cash giveaway still stands a chance to win some money. The code remains the same. When you dial star 255 star 1 hash. When you dial star 255 star 1 hash, you stand a chance to win for yourself 5,000 Liberian dollars on today's edition. For those of you who are playing the orange cash giveaway, the code for you is star 255 star 7 hash on 87.9. There are too many things we're talking about, too many things we intend to look into. But we'll take a break. When we come back, we bring you Crime Stoppers Liberia belonging to Old Man Sam Science. At the same time, we're going to be bringing you Win Liberia and the rest of it here on 87.9. Let's take a break to be right back.
I just wanna ask you one question. Now you give the rescue. You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, is the rescue? The people say not like you.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime reported, don't tell her in your hands for the red authority, that it can't take your life. Crime Stopper here for us, bring it safety to your door, whether you rich or you poor. If you see you must talk enemy, you check. You wait for your safety. If you see a don't keep it, you must call to report. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it.
Okay. So welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9, the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Kai, and I'm here today on this wonderful edition of the show. There are too many things we will talk about. Plenty things we get to talk on today. And so, as a matter of fact, the Liberian government, yes, why? Okay, the Liberian government is about to print money. Your government is about to print money, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk more about it. As a matter of fact, we will talk a lot more about it. As a matter of fact, so be reminded. Be reminded that the mother of the late, the mother of the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador V. Maswesa Kimia, his mother, Ma Wata Kumba Soliya Lami, funeral rites will be held on this Friday, the 10th of April. Her body will be removed from the Samuel A. Striker Funeral Home at 9 a.m. on Friday, April 10th, and taken to the historic Providence Baptist Church on Ashman Street on the same day, where her funeral service will be held at 9:30 p.m. So all of you, the friends, families, sympathizers, members of the Movement for Economic Empowerment, the Congress for Democratic Change, the Providence Baptist Church family, and the rest of the people who are connected to the ambassador, the former Dean of the Cabinet of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Ambassador T. Maswesa Kimia, all those of you who are connected to him. His mom's funeral will be on Friday of this week, which happens to be the 10th of this month. And it will be held at the Providence Baptist Church, where the independence of our country, the Declaration of Independence, was signed. The cornerstone of the nation, that's how they refer to it. So, so that is exactly what it is for you. So if you do not know when the funeral service will be happening, it is going to be happening on the, the funeral service is going to be happening on the, how you call this thing? On the 10th of April 2026 remains the year. So there are too many things we want to talk about here on the platform. So the Liberian government is about to print new money. Somebody shout new money. All of you out there, wherever you're sitting, just say the government coming print new money. Look at your man in the taxi and say they coming print new money again. If you're in the taxi, you're standing by somebody, you and somebody sitting in the same bus, sitting in the same keke, the same kilo bean, the same whatever. Just look at your man face and say, bro, they coming print new money again. We don't even know what the other money doing, and they come and print new money. But we're hoping to have all of the justification for the request to print new money in our country. But what I do have in my possession is a communication from the president, Joseph Yoma Boakai, His Excellency Joseph Yoma Boakai. I have a communication from Ambassador Joseph Yoma Boakai, in which he is requesting Richard Nangbe Cohn, the speaker, to look into proposals being made in order to impact the country. So I'm going to read for you the communication that was written by President Boakai to Richard Cohn. So all of the salutations I'm not going to mention. So it says, Dear Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Article 32B of the 1986 Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, I hereby call a special session of the 55th Legislature for a period of 10 working days, commencing Thursday, April 9, 2026, and ending Thursday, April 23, 2026. This session is convened to deliberate and act upon matters of urgent national concern. Article 32B of the Constitution $1.2 billion budget. This country should stop giving God a hard time. The second reason for reconvening according to President Bouaka, is to pass a supplementary budget. And that's where we are concerned. That's where we are concerned. So he said, after passing the supplementary budget, after passing the supplementary budget, President Bouaka said there are other issues of national concern that they will be discussing. What are those issues of national concern? The first agenda that we saw had on it a decision to expel Yeke Koluba. The first agenda item that was the first agenda that came up. The House Press Bureau refuted it. They came out a lie because they knew that we already knew what's up. And so this time around, the president is saying, besides printing new money, we want to call you back so that we can discuss other important national issues. The first thing is, I don't know why the hurry. Representative Dixon Sibo, I remember, raised this issue on the floor before they could go for break. Representative Dixon Sibo of district number 16 raised the issue on the floor that, gentlemen, based on the nature of the country, we are having national security issue at the border. We are having too many other issues unresolved. There is a need that we remain in session. We don't go for break. We remain here until we can resolve these critical issues. Interestingly, the lawmakers did not listen. They did not, I mean, they were unable to accept his recommendation and they went for their break. Today, President Bouaka is inviting them. He's recalling them. Less than 2 weeks after they left, he recalling them. Now, let me tell you the labyrinth what can happen when the president recall the lawmakers. Anytime the president recalling the lawmakers, the government can pay all the representatives and the senators plus the people who work in capital building. The government can pay them 1 month without taxes. 1 month, they will get 1 month pay with no taxes. So you see the April, they will pay them for April, then they will pay them for April. Oh, you confused? They will pay them 2 times in April. Because they are reconvening on Thursday, they will pay them 2 times in April. This is what was saying, let me meet here in session and just extend 2 more weeks, then we can resolve some of the other issues that are coming up. But the mere fact that they wait for their break to call them back, the government, the executive branch of government will shoulder that responsibility. Because when they went for break, they shut down the generator. There is no money to run generator within a period. There is no money to do other things in a period of time. So coming back, the government will have to pay for the operational fund for that 1 month period. That another wasteful spending coming happen. Don't look at the new reason why President Bouaka is inviting the guys. They said they want to print new money. What do you happen to our money? What we got? What happened to the $11 that we have? How much do we intend to print? Okay, maybe the president will submit an official letter when they reconvene. But why do you want to print money? Why do we want to print money? Is printing money a priority for the country right now? Or somebody or some group of people just want to print money and get rich? That's a different discussion for the entire period that we're going to be running into. Why do they want to print money? Why do they want to print money, to print new money? Why do they want to print new money? No, we're asking, why do they intend to print new money? If it is a standard banking procedure or a standard operating, a model designed by the Central Bank of Liberia, granted, no problem. But we need clarity. We need transparency. We need to understand particularly how much is going to be requested, how much will be approved, how much will be printed, and maybe the other national security details could be reserved for national security ears and eyes alone. But we need to know out of what we need to know from a transparent perspective on the need to know basis, especially for the public interest. But to print new money, if it is not urgent, I wanted to say the lawmakers should reject it, but I realized that these are people who can wear yellow t-shirt, yellow trouser, yellow boxer, yellow socks, yellow brief, everything yellow, and go celebrate yellow machine. Especially when they're in the House of Representatives. Majority of them, because now all the lawmakers wore that yellow thing. I forgot to know. I wanted to ask the representatives to be critical of the government request to print new money. I wanted to ask the lawmakers to be critical of the government's intention to print new money. But then I remember that the men can wear yellow socks, yellow brief, yellow boxer, yellow shirt, yellow trouser, yellow kosu, yellow netta, and you get a chance, the soup they will cook, it will be yellow. You get a chance, the liquor they drank that day to go to the port, to go to the yellow machine, like yellow liquor they drank. When you get a chance, when you go check it out, rather. So I wanted to have the lawmakers at the House of Representatives to be critical about the request to print new money. But then I remember they are yellow boys, yellow honorables. No, they do not care about their check and balances that is supposed to be implementing. They do not care about, keeping the executive in check. But they've become praise and worship leaders for the executive. They go to the marshal and rain praises on the president when they are supposed to be putting the president in check through oversight and responsibility. True oversight. And other lawmaking responsibility is sort of be checking the president, putting the president in check. Because the lawmakers have oversight over the different ministries and agencies in the country. But hey, as President Baga will be submitting that paper to the legislature, the High Rachel Kuhn and Yomi Kanga Lauren will be signing it. And before you know it, if Baga says he wants 30 billion, they will print 30 billion. Nobody will ask questions in that paper. In fact, our lawmakers have reached to the level where requests from the executive are no longer treated from a nationalistic perspective. I bet you, instead of lawmakers being critical about a particular legislative instrument emanating from the president's office to come to them, instead of them looking at the nitty-gritty of the situation, the consequences it's going to have on the country, the impact it's going to have on the economy, the devastating impact it will have on the population if care is not taken. No, they don't concern themselves about it. You know what they keep asking? Waiting there for all. I have too many friends who are lawmakers. I mean, sorry to them if this is an eye opener for the public, but we need to change this country. We need to transform this country. The president is asking for new money to be printed. These lawmakers will not ask a critical question. They will not be concerned about the details. They will not be concerned about the security implication. I bet these lawmakers will not ask questions. How much money we get now? How much poor? How much get ratting? Why do we want to replace the one worker rating with the so amount? What is the economic implication? Is it not going to influence inflation? So when the lawmaker will not ask these critical questions, the concern will be waiting there. They'll be asking Sekou Kane, chairman or executive, waiting there, waiting the president send behind it. And by the time the man notices something behind it, it at 10,000 or 20,000, what kind of nonsense are talking? It at 40,000 behind it, the better go send your bank, la brand dollar, they go for it. I think you see lawmaker, you're driving send your bank, you're driving send your bank, and you revolve, open a car trunk, the dome there, and close it, and gone. It should not be that kind of situation over and over in the country. It should not be. By this time, the lawmakers should be very critical. Because when you go tell it, when you go tell the lady what they can put behind the communication from the executive, when you go tell the lady, you buy one leg car, you buy another piggy, you pay another piggy car, in less than 2 months, you broke. But there is an adverse consequences on the country's economy and on the survivability of the people. That's why we're asking you to do your best in ensuring that this request from the president will not be a penitent shout. No. So lawmakers are finishing the whole communication. They're smiling in their jaw because the men know say they're not even going to read that paper. As soon as they go to White House, just go straight to Rachel Kuhn office. My man, what in the thing for all? What in the thing for us? It's not about what in it for the country. It's not about what in it for the economy. It's not about what in it for the market. You're not careful. The rate coming go to 200. The rate could go to 240 if you're not careful. Because our lawmakers will not be asking questions. They will just be concerned about how much they can get it quick way. Then they get the approval. They may go print 10, 15 billion. When the billion are falling in the country now, the LD plenty, USD not even around. The rates start going up. Then people's children start suffering. Goods and services start going up. I wanted to ask the lawmakers to be critical about that president letter. But then I realized they are so yellow boys. Yeah, so IE players in the legislature, especially the House of Representatives. So IE boys, yellow sunshine boys. Important people in our country, people who are supposed to have oversight over the different sector of our country. Wear yellow t-shirt, go jump to Freeport under the rain and celebrating executive. When they should be questioning how much each of those pieces of machine costs. When they should be doing competitive analysis of the quality of the machines they brought in the country as compared to other quality of machines other countries are producing, and do price analysis, do importation analysis. When they're supposed to be asking no critical question, no, they were in the mansion, yellow t-shirt. Everybody yellow. I know the lawmaker ain't one of the vomit said that day. How you will be saying that all of y'all wear yellow? Then you're saying that in one office. So yellow. That kind of lousy color. You're saying that in one office. So yellow. I wanted to ask them to be serious in looking at the paperwork, but then I realized that most of them are rubber stamped. Most of them, they will not even be concerned about the critical nature of that communication. Rather, they will be asking the president, what think Gafan Pope Jay? By the way, today Gafan birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Finance Minister. Happy birthday, Papi. That you taking care of the economy where Joe Biden can buy a car $1.2 million. Happy birthday, Chief. That you the one in charge of the economy where Joe Biden is building $10 million property in Foya. Happy birthday, Papi. You are the Minister of Finance where Joe Biden is building a new structure in your fence and rehab reported to be around $3 million. Happy birthday, Chief. That you the Finance Minister in a country where the president is concerned about building big properties, wearing designer clothes, buying brand new bulletproof cars. When the people in the country are suffering, when Phoebe Hospital staff workers are complaining, when the workers at Phoebe Hospital, when the workers are complaining about salary arrears, oh yes, that you, the Finance Minister, MCC, gotta go build wall on the Kota Road. to Center Street because they now want to collect the debt there. So Center Street now has become a national dump site. The roads will be leaking. UN Drive to Central Monrovia has been closed because the government ain't want to collect the debt. You are the final minister, everything happening. Happy birthday. Let's go back to our topic. I wouldn't want to wish you happy birthday. Let's go back to our topic. So we would have requested for the lawmakers to criticize the communication, to scrutinize the communication, to ensure that the proper outcome of that communication will be in the interest of the Liberian people. But hey, I can't trust them because majority of them are members of the bandwagon of praise and worship. The rest of them follow Tifa the other day. Guinea soldier came to the country and took our land. Today, they still sitting on our land. Lawmakers took $200,000 and went to the border. $200,000 and went to the border. And when they were coming back, they packed their cars, the air-conditioned vehicles, BB vehicles, they packed their cars, stood in the middle of the road and started singing, the more we are together, we stealing, we eating, the more we are together. But I saw they were singing. I don't gospel song they were singing. They were saying the more we are together in the sense that the more they continue to hold together and deprive the Liberian people of the good life they're supposed to live. Oh, you saw that? The more we are together. I saw my old friend, Steve Tikwa, and the rest of them, Tifa, all sitting down in the middle of the road sinking. The country is under siege. A foreign troop encroaching on our land. Lawmakers went to do their quote-unquote fact-finding. They reported they took $200,000 from their covers. And all we could see them do was to stay in the middle of the road and be singing so unnecessary song. A direct provocation to those who were victimized by the Guinean encroachment. You left Solomon border. People are running from their farms. They no longer have access to the cucumber farms. They can barely feed themselves because their farms are unreachable. They don't go back to their water baskets. They don't go back to the vegetable plantation. They're living with friends. Policemen got to follow them to go to their own houses to take their food, to take their clothes. You left them in that kind of destitution. And you came back between Monroe, between Banga to Salahe. You stood in the middle of the road and you started singing some nonsense song. The more we are together. The kind of men I would trust said they would look at the paper good. Any money what Joe Biden when they were praying, they would print. That's how funny the country is. Oh, yes. The people who form the government and arrange the government in a way that our government is going to be the government for the people, by the people, and of the people. And secondly, having three separate but coordinating branches, they were not on drugs. They were not on colos. They didn't drink king juice. They were smart, well-intentioned. They knew what was appropriate. They knew that man by nature would be corrupt. They knew that man by nature would be a criminal. So they designed the system in a way that this man will be able to look after this man, the other man will be able to look after the man, and other man will be on security. So I'm gonna put you in check where you fall short. You're gonna put me in check where I fall short, and it goes around. That's how it's gonna be. But no, our man said no, and how it will be. All they always sit down and become praise and worship team leaders to the president. That's how useless the whole democratic system in our country is. Courts are no longer taking instruction from the law. They're taking instruction from politicians. Oh, but that's why the judge, after commissioning an investigation, medical investigation to determine whether the accusation of torture occurred in the Capital Assam case, that's why the judge, who himself commissioned that medical examination, when the examination report came out and said, yeah, that's true, the torture the children, the children need medical attention. That's why the judge ignored a medical examination that he himself sanctioned and put the children back in jail. What does that say to you? It says the whole country listening to the president, the whole country taking instruction from the president. So it says, damn democracy. It says to hell with democracy. I mean, that's what the guys are doing. I'm saying all of these things because I know if Joe Biden said he wants $10 billion, they will print it. Because we do not have men with spines and balls to look at the communication and say, hey, we will not do this until we can get answers on this. They ain't got no political party business. It has nothing to do with CDC. It got nothing to do with UP. It got nothing to do with what kind of COP. It's about the survivability of the Liberian society. You print plenty of money in the country when the money is so surplus in a way that it's going to cause a lot of issues. The US will go up. It will contribute towards inflation. Goods and services will be good. I mean, the fees attached to goods and services and stuff will go up. The ordinary people who are the end consumers will become the victims. And that's when hardship will continue to skyrocket. We don't want it. We don't need it. That's why we are asking for the lawmakers to do everything possible to remain very, 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 very committed to their cause, to the job that they sign up to do. And not to be singing praise and worship to the president. How you find yourself in one branch of government and you are singing praises to the other branch of government? Then what's the essence of going to election and have lawmakers? Why you can just go vote for the party, then the president appoint you to some kind of nonsense position? It's better you become a presidential appointee than to be a lawmaker and a praise and bootlegger. We are sounding the way we are sounding because we know that you will bootleg that communication. You will not do due diligence. And if Joe Biden won't print 100 billion LD, you will print it and put it in the new Huawei being real, you do it. I mean, what kind of country are running? Man, what kind of country are running? Normally, the lawmakers will return to work next month on the 8th. Why are you watching them? Why are you watching them? Why are you watching? Oh, you're watching to call the lawmakers because you know you got sinister motives? The president listed 2 reasons to recast the budget. I mean, to pass a supplementary budget and to bring new money. Then he said there are other issues of urgency. There are other urgent issues of national concern. Somebody said part of the urgent issue that to include the suspension or expulsion of Yeke Koluba. So you can pay all the lawmakers then for 1 month free. Just because you won't remove Yeke. Just because you won't pay new money. And you won't pass supplementary budget when you already passed 1.2 billion budget. I mean, why do you guys give you a hard time in the country? Why? Why do you give you a hard time? You passed 1.2 billion budget the other day. Then you come and pass supplementary budget again? Oh, didn't you think properly when you're passing the 1.2 billion, or you are doing it for the cloud? You are doing it for the cameras. I mean, this is fakery. Fake people can act like this. All the people you're making about 1.2 billion budget being passed, you're still passing supplementary budget. But that's not the conversation. The point is, we are in a mess as a country. Our forefathers who organized the government their way, they organized it in such a way that the government will be divided into 3 branches, and the lawmakers are supposed to be the ones to remind the other men. Say, hey, remember, you are supposed to be the one to clean the dead. Remember, you are supposed to be the one to make sure coroner here. Why coroner here? The lawmakers are the police of the government. They are the police of the government. They will say, hey, police, why are you putting too much checkpoint in the country? RG, can't tell. Why? Immigration, why was he implementing foreigner entering the country? And so when they not get people, you can't tell how you're manning the border. That's the job of the lawmakers. No, but our men lead a job. Our men lead a job. They become praise and worship team leaders with a yellow choir gown. What kind of serious amount of people in the country will wear yellow choir gown? Speaker wear yellow. David Speaker wear yellow. That kind of nastiness. The whole place yellow. The whole cabinet building yellow. I mean, what's that? General, what elementary color day? So what do you expect from the kind of people? They will not peruse anything properly. They will not. They're not going to peruse anything. They're going to look at that particular paperwork. They're going to look it up and be asking what they can get. All they'll be concerned about, they'll be asking what they can get for themselves and not what the country stand to benefit. I bet you they will not ask critical questions in the house. They will not. As the people go in, they'll be asking the speaker, Bo, what in behind for all? Bo, what is that for all? Bo, what in behind anything? When you see lawmaker then bang G, by the time you see lawmaker then say they will not do the one, you will not say they're causing that noise for the man to hour. Ain't a year lawmaker then so gonna say, oh, we don't do it. They're causing that noise just to add their money up. The country is in mess. You give me a chance, I will dissolve the law, the legislature. You give me a chance, I will dissolve it. Until we can get people, majority of the people who won't go there, until we can get majority of the people who want to go there to know exactly what the role of lawmakers are. Until they know what their roles are, their responsibilities. Until they can know what their responsibilities and other duties are, I will ensure that their whole place is dissolved. Because it's not useful. No, it's not useful. Hello, it is not useful. The last time we saw the simple who were making the law, they were the one breaking it. The simple who were making the law were the ones breaking it. Taking machine and opening one door. When you want to go to court, but you took machine to go open door, forcefully open door. Their own law prescribe how they can remove speaker. They bypass that law. They went the dead and illegitimate thing past budget. If I have my own way, I dissolve the legislature. And that's why I don't even want to call on them to scrutinize this president request, because it is going to be a waste of time. It's going to be a pure waste of time. The guys are ordinary praise and worship members to the president. They worship JMB. They deify him. They consider him a smart demagogue. You get a chance, they will take a picture and put it in their rooms and send praises to him. They will pray to him every morning. That's how they worship him. That's how they worship him. No, the leadership should not be that way. There should be check and balance. That's what we are asking. How is this money going to be printed? Why do they want to print this money? What's the urgency? What is the economic difficulties? What do we need to know? Save us the rest of the nonsense national security questions. Don't tell when you print the money, when the money will come. No, don't tell that one because of national security issue. Don't tell what kind of airplane will bring it. Don't tell we don't want to know. But you got to tell how much you want to print. Why you want to print it? That's what we need to know. The day you bring it in the country, you got to tell her because of national security issue. When you tell us, we are criminal, we go look like we go do something and take it. So don't tell her they want to. They want to know. But want to know why you want to print. What's the urgency? What's behind your decision to want to print? But you see, I told somebody, I said, we're in a mess in this country, and the president shook their head. They wanted to argue. But as we continue to lecture, time in, time out, and I keep giving references, and the president said, no, okay, we're not in a mess. I said, where are we? He said, we finished. I said, okay, at least I'm better. I said, we're in a mess, and you said we finished. The country is rotting. Hello? The country is rotting. Very corrupt. The boy come and steal money in the country again in the name of printing LD. That's what they come and do. The boy come and steal. Watch it. And you know what? We got what picking into the central bank. By the time the lawmakers start going to central bank for their LD, by the time they start going to central bank for their LD, just because they come and pass the money law, they come and pass the paper to print new money, we will tell our picking up the central bank to do video and do pictures and send it to us. We'll put it on bloggers. The bloggers will publish it. They think too much now. They think too much now. They've been suffering in a smaller country It's too much now. You're printing new money. Why are you printing new money for? How much are you going to print? Why you won't print it? Those who want to ask the question on our behalf, they're in the choir, they're in the government choir, singing praises. You get Melachin to go China and buy robot that resemble Joe Biden and put it in the room and be worshiping it. In the morning, we got to pray to it. In the evening, pray to it. You got to lack the spine, to lack the morals. They do not have the moral scruples. They do not have the moral authority. No, they don't have that integrity to ask real questions. We're not going to be concerned about what we send for our team. How much there? How much behind it? I'm not going to spend more time on this particular conversation. Yep, I'm not going to spend more time on it. Let's go to something else happening. So before I open the phone lines, so I ain't printing money. So I can talk the other topic quickly. Then we open the lines for you to call on the two topics. Well, remember, all of you playing the cash giveaway, remember, it is *255*1#. I repeat, it is *255*1#. The more you play, the better your chances are. So while we're trying to, open this up there, there's other 5 for the second conversation. Be reminded that President Baga said to print new money. Yeah, printing new money, that one. The second one is to pass a supplementary budget. After the Minavini line said they got $1.2 billion budget, they're going to pass a supplementary budget because the first one they passed, that nonsense, nothing there. That first one was heavily depending on ArcelorMittal money, and we are told that the minister is teaching out ArcelorMittal money. They will not even have that $200 million space in the next budget. That's how the default went down to us during the passage of the current budget. But that's where we are. When the country is being governed by crooks, especially at the legislature, you expect these things to happen because check and balances will not happen. So we'll table this conversation. Time to open up the lines. We'll allow you to make your input on it. The next conversation on the topic on the show today is a particular debate in town. So President Bwaga appointed a United Party man to be the chairman of the National Elections Commission. After they appointed the guy, Widow, supporters of the United Party started bragging on social media. United Party supporters started bragging on social media, started boasting. Oh, we got our own man now, we're going to cheat. We got our own man. We can cheat. So why this conversation about cheating is ongoing? Why Unity partisans and people who support Joe Bwaga keep bragging about having the ability to cheat in 2029? All the Liberians too started making statements that here you can cheat, that here you can do the one, you can do that one. Then the Secretary General of the CDC, Jefferson Tamba Koji, a few days ago on our brother show, A.B. Gosson Williams show, Face the Issue. A few days ago, Jeff spoke on Face the Issue, and he has some things to say. We'll play you the things he had to say. In that interview, Jefferson Koji used a conditional phrase. If there's still, and he said the rest of it, we'll play the voice. Don't worry. We got a queue already. Plenty of people in the country since Jefferson Koji said, I think, whole day they having different debate. Some people say he was wrong. for saying what he said. He shouldn't have said that. Supposedly, he shouldn't have made that statement. It is counterproductive to the peace of the country. It is against Liberia. It is not good for the country. He should not be making no kind of statements. We suffer too long. They come there and suffer. And so Gregor Kobole, Javelin Koji will not be talking like that. So Liberians say no. Then all the Liberians on the other side said, no, enough is enough. If people think they can cheat and come back and brag about it, especially when they are stealing, looting, misusing the country resources, but yet and still they come back in our faces and say they can steal election, then people must stand up to them. So there are two opinions. One group is saying Jefferson Koji is wrong to have said what he said. It will harm the peace. It could create chaos. It could cause confusion during election. It could make people fight. And other people say, you know what? The thing he said, nothing bad inside. He's right to say what he said because nobody's supposed to cheat. He said when you cheat, then you do the thing what you want to do. When you not cheat, you will not do it. So he's not wrong. So there are two opinions. Come and play a voice. Then we have the analysis and ask you for your own opinion. Plus the first issue where the government can print new money. They'll go. Take a time and listen to Jeff.
And that's what Mr. Parker said. Even when he calls for him to dance with the devil, he will do it. This time around, we implore him to say, his extended relative, Mr. Seto Lucifer, to be appointed at the National Election Commission. Mr. Parker, we can say to you, he will not stay in that office 1 minute after 2020. After 2029, October 10th. Not 1 minute. Anything falling short of that, he will be a citizen of the cemetery. We can assure you that. But 1 minute, he can stand that. We respect that. And he knows that fully well. That the Liberian people are prepared for more than ever before. You can do this. You can poke your biggest troop. You can think about people in our country. Anything falling short of that, he will be a citizen of the cemetery. We can assure you that. But 1 minute, he can stand that. We respect that. And he knows that fully well. That the Liberian people are prepared for more than ever before. You can do this. You can poke your biggest troop. You can think about people in our country. You can go to bed. And Mr. Parker will not spend 1 minute if God spare his life and give him good health. 1 minute after October 10, 2029, Mr. Parker will not spend it in that position as the president. He will probably be referred to as an ex-president of the Republic of Liberia, and now he will have an opportunity to face the Liberian people relative, Mr. Seto Lucifer, to be appointed at the National Election Commission.
Oh my God! Hold on. We're getting some issue. Let me see whether we can get it. Hold on. Let me see what.
Your associate, and that's what Mr. Parker said. Even when he calls for him to dance with the devil, he will do it. This time around, we implore him to say, his extended relative, Mr. Seto Lucifer, to be appointed at the National Election Commission. Mr. Parker, we can say to you, he will not stay in that office 1 minute after 2020. After 2029, October 10th. Not 1 minute. Anything falling short of that, he will be a citizen of the cemetery. We can assure you that. But 1 minute, he can stand that. We respect that. And he knows that fully well. That the Liberian people are prepared for more than ever before. You can do this. You can poke your biggest troop. You can think about people in our country. You can go to bed. And Mr. Parker will not spend 1 minute if God spare his life and give him good health. 1 minute after October 10, 2029, Mr. Parker will not spend it in that position as the president. He will probably be referred to as an ex-president of the Republic of Liberia, and now he will have an opportunity to face the Liberian people and to be accountable. This time around, we implore him to say, his extended relative, Mr. Seto Lucifer, to be appointed at the National Election Commission. Mr. Parker, we can say to you, he will not stay in that office 1 minute after 2020. After 2029, October 10. Now 1 minute. Anything falling short of that, he will be a citizen of the cemetery. We can assure you that. 1 minute, he can stand that. We respect that, and he knows that fully well, that the Liberian people are prepared for more than ever before. This time around, we implore him to say, his extended relative, Mr. Seto Lucifer, to be appointed at the National Election Commission. Mr. Parker, we can say to you, he will not stay in that office 1 minute after 2020. After 2029, October 10. Now 1 minute. Anything falling short of that, he will be a citizen of the cemetery. We can assure you that. 1 minute, he can stand that. We respect that, and he knows that fully well. This time around, we implore him to say, his extended relative, Mr. Seto Lucifer, to be appointed at the National Election Commission. Mr. Parker, we can say to you, he will not stay in that office 1 minute after 2020. After 2029, October 10. Now 1 minute. Anything falling short of that, he will be a citizen of the cemetery. This time around, we implore him to say, his extended relative, Mr. Seto Lucifer, to be appointed at the National Election Commission. Mr. Parker, we can say to you, he will not stay in that office 1 minute after 2020. After 2029, October 10. Now 1 minute. Anything falling short of that, he will be a citizen of the cemetery. This time around, we implore him to say, his extended relative, Mr. Seto Lucifer, to be appointed at the National Election Commission. Mr. Parker, we can say to you, he will not stay in that office 1 minute after 2020. After 2029, October 10. Now 1 minute. Anything falling short of that, he will be a citizen of the cemetery.
Okay. You know how we do on the show? We bring you the newsmakers, you listen to them, and you decide the conversation. That's how we do it on the show. We analyze what the newsmakers bring to us, what the newsmakers bring to the table. That's what we do on this radio. That is exactly what we do on this radio. Nothing more, nothing less. And so people are saying, Mr. How you call it? Yep. Oh, yes. Yep. So people are saying, and I repeat, people are divided on this matter. Well, Widow, why could you talking a day? Why is Koji sounding this way? Why could you talking a thing? Why could you talking the other one? Why could you be talking like that? So there are divided opinion on the matter. Divided opinion on the matter. Yes. Divided opinion to this matter. So people say, why could you be talking like that? How could you say the Republican cheat? If they cheat in the election, they will not lie 1 minute. You will not spend 1 minute in the presidency. Why you want to talk that? You're threatening war. You're threatening bad things to happen in the country. You're threatening confusion. You're threatening fighting. Some of the supporters, those who support Koji's statement, they are saying, President Bakatu, when you were contesting in 2023, he said when they were going to cheat him, that would have been the end end of Liberia.
If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
Oh, yeah? So some of the supporters of Jefferson Koji and other Liberians are saying, no, don't hold Koji responsible. Don't blame Koji. I mean, that's what some supporters are saying. They say, why do you want to hold Koji responsible? Why you want to blame Koji? Why you want to demonize Koji for saying the same thing President Baka said when you're campaigning in a different way? During the election, Honorable Joe Baka, who was the standing bearer of the United Party by then, he went to a campaign rally and he said, if they think, meaning if the CDC think they can steal the election in this country, we will not allow it, because that would be the end of this country. That's what Joe Baka said at the time.
If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
President Baka promised the end of Liberia if CDC had cheated him. During the election, he said, CDC going to cheat in 2023. That would have been the end of the country. Broad Street going to end. Nima going to end. Lofa going to, the whole country going to end. Because the kind of fighting they're going to do here, the kind of thing they're going to do here, the country going to end right there. That was what he said. That's the implication of what he said. His statement as a political leader at the time was a conditional statement. President Baka said, if CDC steal the election, that will be the end of Liberia. And so because CDC did not steal the election, Liberia ended? No. And we still living? Hello? Hello? That the conversation we're having now, that the analysis. President Baka made a conditional statement. If CDC steal the election, if they think they can steal the election, that will be the end of Liberia. He said it. He said Liberia would have ended if CDC going to steal the election. Thankfully, President Buya at the time decided, he said, look, Joe Baka said you're for war. Oh yeah, indirectly now. Baka said the country will end if we cheat him. And so Joel, Mama Joel, Bovatima, Mama Claudia, our number what we see, the number not looking good, yeah? They made a bill 20,500 vote difference. Let me pick up my telephone and call Joe Baka and tell him, Pape, congratulations, you win me. And so because President Weah took the phone at the time and called Kennedy Baka and said, JMB, Pape, you won. Right there. Right there. The country was supposed to end. The country continue living. The country that should have ended, the country continue existing. And today, and we in the country, and we living here, and we go about, we drink our beer, even though the country has Baka breaking our houses, even though the country has gasoline that says that, even though the country has government making new land, the running behind citizens for government property, even though the country has government official Konabi with Nigerian men to tell Liberian citizens land, even though the country has the president riding $1.2 million car, even though the country has he buried 10 million property in Lofa, even though the country is stopped, he buried another 3 million property in rehab, even though the country is stopped, he got another billion in Harlem in Oro, we'll go find it. Although these things are happening, people ain't paying school fee on time, rent is on the increase, too many things market prices go up, but it was still living, the country not end, right? Because The condition for which he said the country would have ended, that condition did not happen. George Weah did not steal the election. Oh no, President George Weah at the time did not steal the election. So because the election was not stolen, Liberia did not end. That was a conditional statement. On the other hand, Koji is saying you can appoint anybody, even Lucifer, to be chairman of the National Elections Commission. You will not spend 1 minute in that presidency if you do not win. That's the implication. If you do not win, you're not going to spend 1 minute in the executive mansion. Meaning, you can cheat. An attempt to cheat, could you say you'll be a citizen of the cemetery? I mean, you can define what he was saying. You know what a citizen of the cemetery is. And the guy said, oh, but, I mean, when you said that, it means you are threatening the president. I said, no, okay. So, could you also make a conditional statement? The senior president Baga made a conditional statement which he did not execute because there was no need to execute it. Koji is also making a conditional statement that he may not execute if there is no need to have it executed. The two men said, if they cheat them, something will happen. Joe Baga said, hey, you cheat me, the country will end. Joe Weah said, no, I don't want the country will end. So I'm not cheating you. And the country continue? And the country moving? Oh yeah, the country moving. President Ryan, 1.2 million Lexus convoy, the country moving. The president Bay, let 10 million property in for ya. When the jabbing so, he said that Manuel will get it. When the jabbing so, he said that President Fila. When the jabbing so, he said it's surprising. And we still moving. We ain't got time. We're moving. The country not end. Koji too said, if you cheat, you become the citizen of the cemetery. So there are two things. Don't cheat. Oh no. I mean, there was something about conditional statements. There was something unique about conditional statements. I want you go to the house, you tell your cherry, the day you put the TV on, I will be up. If the cherry not put the TV on, you'll be there? No. Hello? The day I go swim in the river, I will be up. Once the children ain't go to the riverside, to even say the picking or say, the power will not flog them. Hey, you eat your brother, I will kill you. Does that mean the person kill the other person? No. They say, if you eat your brother rice, I will kill you. Conditional statement. You don't want to die? Don't eat your brother rice. Joe Baga told George Weah, he said, you, my piggy, when you cheat an election, that will be the end of the country. George Weah said, no, I want LeBron to end on me. Country your power. LeBron end there? No. Because you're saying, you can even appoint widow or appoint whoever you think you want to appoint. 1 minute after the election, if you do not win, you will not be president. So want to insist on being president even when you not win election, you'll be a citizen of the cemetery. That conditional statement too. Everybody making conditional statement. So the argument is, why are people bouncing on Koji? But the simple way they're not bouncing on President Baga who decided to end the whole country. So the other guy said, look, but okay. For Koji said, the Omen will be citizen of the cemetery. We're not talking about the Omen alone. But the Omen said the whole country would have ended. So okay, are the people saying the Omen is bigger than Liberia? Because Koji was specific about he being a citizen of the cemetery. If he decided to cheat and remain in power. Another conditional statement. But the Omen said if they had cheated him, the country would have ended. So is he equivalent to the country? And he wanted to destroy the whole country because he wanted to end the whole country because of an election. And somebody say you become a citizen of a cemetery because of the election. Can you compare the two? I was like, okay, but man, you know what? I can't tell you whether his life is equivalent to Liberia, but what I do know is that all the political parties, all the churches, all the mosques, all of the traditional people, no group of people, no human being is bigger than the Republic of Liberia. We are bigger than, the country is bigger than all of us. None of us living today were around when they were signing the country land deed. None of us living today were around when they signed the country land deed. All of us will kill Met Liberia land deed. So where the country older than us. Nobody is bigger than the country. The current president promised that the country would have ended if he had not won election. So other people are arguing, they're saying, Blame Koji not. Don't blame Koji for saying the same thing the current president said in a different way. In a different way. There's that English difference. The same conditional statement. President Baka, when you were candidate, you told George Weah, you told President Weah, you said, hey, my Peking George Weah, you cheat the election, the country, and George Weah said, no, Papa, I don't want to cheat the country because I don't want to cheat because I don't want the country to end. Come with your power, you get it. Take it. Go use your power and demolish people property. When they ask you, you say, gonna make it new leg. Go use your power and move the motor chair who supported you during the campaign for on the road. When they go ask you, you tell them, say they don't deserve to be in Montreal. Go use your power and run behind the young boys and young girls who were campaigning and wearing green t-shirt. When they go ask you, you tell them, say they're not supposed to be on Magnet Street. Go use that power and remove Liberian citizens from job at the Ministry of Transport and send the Lebanese people to go do our driver licenses. When they go ask you, you tell them, say they don't deserve it, and Lebanese men don't deserve it. Go use the power. But the country, it will not end under me. So come to your power. Case closed. One man say, when you cheat, it will end. The other man say, oh, I don't want to cheat because I don't want to end. So Koji said, when you cheat, you become a citizen of the cemetery. Do you want to cheat? Will you cheat? If you want to cheat, why do you want to cheat? Hello? That's the conversation. The analysis around it, elections are meant for people to decide who their leaders will be. We criticized President Baka when he made a threat against our country. He had no election better, he was threatening the whole country to end. We criticize him. We equally criticizing Koji as well. But you know what? We are not going to blame, we're not going to beat Koji. We're not going to criticize him 1,000,000% because there were people in the country who shut their mouths. Even when their lives were being threatened, when their investments were being threatened, even when their school, their career, their credentials, everything they have ever worked for in the country, those things were being threatened because the man who wanted to be president said that would have been the end of Liberia. There are people who in the country who sat here. They said nothing. They did not criticize Joe Baka. They didn't tell you that it was a wrong thing for an old man who has already lived his whole life to promise to end the country while young people are coming up. They didn't tell you it was wrong. Today, I see them want beat Koji. They want to take Bell and be whipping Koji. What kind of hypocrisy is that? That's pure nonsense. That's what we keep saying. One good thing happening in this place, encourage it so that it will happen in the other place. When one bad thing happening to that place, discourage it so that it doesn't happen to another place. And all men threatened the country to end. He threatened to end the country. To exterminate the country. He threatened to end this republic. You sat here in your political gamuts. You sat here because you wanted George Weah administration out. You sat here and you did not think that was detrimental to the peace of our country. That was detrimental to the survivability of the Liberian people. You didn't think it was that important. You sat here, you were enjoying Joe Baka threatening the country. And that would be the end of the country. You sat here, you were enjoying it. Pastors alike, deacons, imams, they sat here, they said nothing.
If you think they will see this election, they will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. This election, you will not lie. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
Oh, yeah. These pastors were here. These so-called civil society actors who are condemning Koji today, these bloggers were here in the country, man. These bloggers were here. They were sitting here in the country. They were here. When the old papi who is winding down, who living the earth, when he threatened to end our country, what will not enjoy? Because of election. They didn't say nothing to him. Oh, they didn't know that when you are threatening to end Liberia, you're threatening to end Ganta. to end NIMBA, to end Zwedru, to end Bonjima. Oh, you didn't know you were trying to end the 43,000 square miles of this country? No, enough for the 3,000 square miles again. The Guinea soil are taking so it's no longer for the 3,000. We got to go remeasure it. Oh, he didn't know when you're making that statement. He didn't know. Oh, those of you who are criticizing Kogi now, I'm not supporting Kogi. I told you I condemn him, but I'm not gonna crucify him. You know, I ain't supporting it, but I'm not gonna put you on the bench and flog him for why? Why am I gonna do that? But these hypocrites, these scalawags, calling themselves civil society actors, prelates, bishops, imams, these good for nothing poor people, these vindictive, hateful elite class members of our country, pretending to highlight they love the country so much. They're sitting in their arrogance and their sheer hypocrisy, moving around. Kogi charging the peace of our country. It's not a good thing. We are all one people. Liberia is all we are. God damn it. God damn it. I want to come up and used to say way back. Oh, you didn't know that the country was the only thing we had when the old man threatened that he would have NIA? What did you guys say? What did you guys say when he made that statement to end this country? What did you guys say? Didn't you pump him on the back? You were supporting him. Oh yeah, Babe strong. Never try nonsense they will see. You have Yeke Koluba and butt naked in the street of Monrovia with armed men, with cutlasses, barbed weapons. You had them moving around, threatening communities that if anything happens to the election, that people must start buying rice and things. You made the country tense. You created an environment where Liberia was looking at the country going to war during that election. It took the wisdom of George Weah and his love for peace. And why we didn't go for it? So how an African president would have said, but wait, are they over threatening me? 20,500 vote. I would declare myself, what you want to do, we'll do it. It took the love for peace, for tranquility. For we today, we say, yeah, we still living in the country. For we today, we now have a refugee camp. Because one man was prepared to end the country. The other man who had the ability to stop that ending, he said, I'm not going to go into that riot. I will call him to concede. Let him go run the country. Let him go move the mobile men who are allowed to ride on the road. Let him go move them from there. He ain't got a job for them, but let him go move them. Let him go disturb the young girls and young boys who are selling on Magnet Street and the other streets in Monrovia who are not get job because the country ain't got job for them. Allow them to be selling. Let him go move them. Let him go break people's homes. When he himself know that the country ain't got money to build new roads to the places, but let him go break their homes. And when they go asking him, tell them say, go on making new land. Let him go do it worse. I will not allow the country end under me. He conceded. Call him and said, Papa, take your power. So Kogi said, if you cheat, you become citizen of the cemetery. If you steal my water, I will waste acid water on you. And you steal my core, I will cut your finger. When you steal my laptop, I will break your ear. When you steal my charger, I will waste hot water on your skin. When you do this, if you do this, conditional statements. So when you don't do it, the thing I say I will do, I will not do it. Ain't the country peaceful? Fini. And Baga say, hey, Joey, I'm going to cheat him. You are going to end Liberia. Joey, not cheat him. Liberia end. Liberia not end. Liberia end. Could you say, who you alone will be citizen of cemetery? For you said the whole country, including your own people who supported you, you said, how are they going to end? Or will you end Liberia? Can you end Liberia with other citizens? Can you end Liberia with other citizens? But that's where we are. To submit as we go take calls. That one thing will destroy the country, and we pray it doesn't happen. Hypocrisy and pretense, sheer hate and arrogance. I can name plenty of it. And this is amongst the group of people we consider to be inclined, the literate population. This segment of the society is the reason the country is underdeveloped and the country will still on suffering. The broke people and people who call themselves the elites. The broke people that are the bankers then. No broke them were working with NGO. No broke them were say teaching universities. The broke them were say the civil society. The broke them were say the lawyer then. The broke them were say the land bogia. These are the elite, sophisticated class. They are the group keeping the country down. You're not the ordinary people. You're not the country people. These so-called elites are the reason why the country is crumbling. Because for them, they know the truth. But when you know it, why are they silent? An EPS officer went to Nima County during the counter tour of President Weah. It was reported that he shot himself. He committed suicide. It was reported that he committed suicide. At least the report said he shot himself 2 times in the head. These so-called elite people, educated people in Monrovia, they said I will lie. Nobody can shoot themselves 2 times in the head. They made campaign. They went to Spoon. They went to the other pay. They went to the other pay. They lied, said that Joey I killed the EPMN. I tell you go kill EPMN for what thing? They made that statement. Oh, Joey I killed the EPMN. EPMN saw them doing something, so he killed him, man. They made that story all around here. Joe Bagaki in the power. Officer Bobby Mande, may his soul rest in peace, at the barracks in Shefflin. It was reported under Joe Barker that the man shot himself 8 times in the head. They bunkered them all causing now during the Joey administration. They closed their mouth on Bobby Mande's death. When I said the elite class will crumble the country, that's what I was saying. They close their mouth on one hand. They can raise the standard on one hand and lower the standard on the other hand. A civil society group, an educated person should keep the standard at an equilibrium. Regardless of who's in power, your standard must never change because your goal is to see a better Liberia. How come you got angry with a man who committed suicide and reportedly shot himself 2 times in the head, but you did not get angry with a man who reportedly committed the same suicide, but he shot himself 8 times in the head? You're not angry with a man who said shoot himself 8 times in the head, but you're angry with a man who said shoot himself 2 times in the head. Y'all got sense? Y'all really got sense in the country? The same people won't persecute Koji. They persecuting him, as in the case of Saul and Paul in the Bible. They're persecuting him for a conditional statement that he is making. When their mouths were closed, when similar conditional statements were being made by Joe Barker, what kind of nonsense country we have? And you think the country is going to be gullible 24/7 and everybody will subscribe to it? I'm saying the same way George Weah didn't want the country to end, for which he did not cheat. Omen Joe, all the things Koji say you don't want it to happen, don't cheat. Me, the hack can judge the case. You promised that you would have ended the country and Joey are going to cheat you. Joey not cheat you. You didn't end the country. Koji said when you cheat in the country, election in 2009, you become a citizen of the cemetery. If you do not want that to happen, don't cheat. No argument. We're not going to continue on the whole topic. Simple. That's how I'm judging the case. That's how I'm ending the case. I want to break, so we'll go take calls. That break song I'm looking for. So you told President Weah, you said, money, if you cheat. You told President Weah, he said, money, if you cheat, that will be the end of this country. Yeah, that's what he said. You told him, he said, if you cheat, that will be the end of this country. Oh, sorry, the machine went off, so the machine can come out, can play the what they call it again. You told him that if you cheat, that will be the end of the country. Man, I say, okay, I'm not cheating. I want the country to end. Simple. Hey, I want to try to go in V. Coach is saying, don't cheat. You cheat, you become citizen of the cemetery. If we do not want that to happen, we should not cheat. End of case. Whereby the position you call no fashion and peace, what kind of thing? But nobody wrong. They tell you to go treat your own soul. Oh man, you here, yeah. Oh, you here, yeah. You go treat yourself. And fashion and peace, you go treat yourself. Finish. So almost like you don't want the cat to eat a fish. Tell the fish not to smell. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Yep. When we come back, we go take calls here on 87.9. But keep calling us on 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation here on 87.9. The Kodi Bwaka debate and the government writing the legislature to print new money. Where do you stand? Call us on 086 500 104 0776 104 104 to be a part of the conversation. Let's go over and talk to additional. Let's go over and talk to additional people on the line. Yes, let's go over and talk to additional people on the line. The WhatsApp number is +231 886 500 104. +231 886 500 104 is the WhatsApp number. Let's talk to this person. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Yeah, it's okay. Hello.
Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Did I just hear you say this government want to print money?
Yeah, the man want to print money, new money.
Yeah, okay. See, these guys are getting the whole thing that we have printed money war. Because they still don't know, they find out notes, and they told that man, charity or it, they are too up in this country. Like even when you're running a car on motorbike, when someone gives you cheese, we used to refuse our own country money because the money was too much. But since President, we have printed the money. Okay, there is no day I ever see someone at someone you give me bad water or you rack again or buy a gate cheese and the person say, so we don't have no cheese in this country. Why does government print money? But don't government print money for us? This law because that we have from the CDC black the rule of law black. I think they need to reject it because I think it is wrong for us to be printing money. Every government has tried to print money. Every government has tried to print money. No. And to the issue of OG, you know the Bible says, do unto others as you expect for others to do unto you. The old man said, Labura, there will be no more Labura. Meaning that the entire country, even I say, I'm not going to be here. The president, we are going to stay in power. I'm not going to be here. Okay, I'm not going to be. I feel it at this time. So, what he said, say you may cheat. You will be on the day. I see that statement for me. Don't cheat. They came eat a pay to my hospital. Don't cheat. In our 2009, we will protect our vote and we'll make sure there will be no cheating like this. We will be a
Okay, thank you. We'll leave you right there. We'll go back and talk to this person on the line. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Let's hear you, sir. Hello? Oh no, we got network issue on the phone. Let's see. Hello, how are you? Hello? Okay, no, we are having issue with the network here. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead, 1 minute. How are you?
Thank you very much. Along with
Go ahead.
Convictions for the public. But I don't do this even for our known destinations. Okay, they think I will not listen our word. We are very clear, categorically, emphatically clear. The same way Brother said, if you don't win, there will be no love. But I will say, we will stay. It's still cheating. We just will not take it. Mr. Brother will be citizen of the cemetery. As I tell you, we are always doing a gigantic structure. That will Brother doing what is more. We are not doing a gigantic structure. After Mr. Parker has made demands for GD. We just replace him like one of the structure with that. Okay, we are clear. Nobody will only apology for his statement for our technical Geneva. We will make our apologetic to that statement. So Mr. Parker, as he said, if you don't want the cat to eat the rat, everybody should not speak on Mr. Parker. If you don't want to be citizen of the cemetery, trust me, do the transparency, be very transparent. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. We'll leave you right there. We'll leave you right there. Let's go and talk to another person on the line. 2-minute calls coming in. +231 886 500 104 is the WhatsApp number. 086 500 104 is the local number. We have to switch this phone off and put it back on because the network is corrupt on it. Okay. Oh my God. Let's see. Hold on. We got to switch this phone off. That's what we got to do. Yep. Then we put it back on. Let's talk to the other person. Hello. Go ahead. Let's hear you. How you doing? Okay. Wow. What is happening to the network today, radio station today? I hope the guys aren't doing something. Let's talk to the person. Hello. How are you?
Hey, coming on. Okay.
We're great, my brother. Let's hear you, sir. Hello. Okay, we leave you right there. Let's talk to man CC. Go ahead, man. Let's hear you.
Hi, okay.
We're great, man.
Yeah, thank you for the show. I want to say to the Labyrinth people, Cook's statement I agree with 1 million times. Recently, the old man called deciding to 2023 election, what is the Labyrinth in this country? The UP forces, they were telling, oh yeah, you went to say it, they were clapping, but you were telling people that if they steal the election, it will not hide, it will be the end of Liberia. I will dance with the devil. Today, they are holding coaching to say, oh, what you say was bad. Come for me, I agree with coaching 100 million times. If they ask me, I'll say, yes, I agree. But if somebody say they 30, you say, your family 30, the person too. Because the old man, if you know very well, it's the old man, it's a no rebel. Stay in public. In Liberia, we find a grandchildren to tell us it will be the end of Liberia. Why Farabu today ain't living? The man in Lofa Country said, I will care for Abu. Today, everyone will make a job. Today, our brother Joshua, they saw rest in peace. Today, you go on, you know more. Today, we want with Johnson with job. In Lofa, in Nimba Country, our people died there. I saw to be said that. You don't call for justice. You don't call to vote, but you follow them with job. So, the coach say, oh, it will be a handle sentencing on the cemetery that party. He said when you cheat, he said when you not cheat, he said when you win the election fair, but you cheat, that will be the end of the life. So what is the beginning, okay? So you say, okay, Bwaka, so I don't want to take this money, I want to hear radio, I will tell you the same thing. That I do a pretty statement, and the boss said it right, he played 2 miles road. He said he thought so, the game said play, that the boss play all that money. And we did all battle. That the coaches and the coaches are red coaches for one reason. Who okay not done?
Okay.
Okay, now we'll pass it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Over. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Oh, thank you also, my brother. How you doing?
We're great. Go ahead, Chief. Let's hear you.
You official spokesperson with the Labyrinth Rap movement. Can you tell me recasting of the budget?
Yep. No, they want to pass a supplementary budget.
Why supplementing the budget again? You're passing 1 million budget. For the printing of money, it will happen because we know the lawmaker, I got Robert Stan lawmaker, it will happen. But why supplementing? I got the budget again, say, why got 1 billion budget? So why you want to supplement? But anyway, just to say, and the country will know it's going beyond and backward. But for Koji or the statement are supporting. What I support is that the official spokesman of the Labyrinth movement will not support violence. But when they let this new judicial commission or somebody that we don't, you know why people saying that they will cheat. And when you say you will cheat, they might tell you that when you cheat, it will not be good for you. I think you'll be either a part of the cemetery. And it's right. So what everybody could do is that guy just protect it, and there will be no cheating, there will be no stealing. Let's go free and fair. Everybody will go and relax. But when cheating go on, that's what the man is saying. And for us, as a Liberian, we pray for good things. Let good things happen. But the Bogart is saying yesterday whatsoever, we're winning now. But the one we are saying that because it's all around, and you want to cheat, I got their own man is there, and there's wrong in our country. The other commission must be somebody who is independent. Not somebody who is one-sided. So when you are one-sided, other people are start doing the their own. And just say, thank you also, my brother.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. We'll leave you. Let's talk to this person. Hello, go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute, no time.
Okay, how you doing?
Musa Brown, let's hear you. Musa, no time. We gotta go.
Okay, my attention has just been drawn to the statement of Koji and that of Joseph. The no benefit Bwaka to Liberia. Okay. Look, one of the group of people in Liberia right now
more especially those that call themselves from the elite churches, that I hate to hear about are those guys who group themselves and call themselves Council of Crooks and Hustlers, because they are not council of churches. The Church of Liberia or the Church of Jesus Christ is not a hypocrisy church. The Church of Jesus Christ did not sell out. That's what Jesus said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God. Look, okay, for me, if I stay in defense of Koji 1.2 million times, if Joseph Boakai attempt to bring Lucifer as the election commission chair, take his wife, take his children, make them commissioners, no meaning. If Joseph Boakai loses the election, one meaning. He will not spend as president of Liberia after October 10, 2029. And we are serious about that. We are serious about that. It's unapologetic. We're not going to apologize for that. Joseph Boakai made that same useless statement before. He said to President Weah, if they think they will steal this election, we will not allow that. Because if they do it, Liberia will end.
Okay.
He didn't say George Weah will end. He said Liberia will end. It means that he was going to end all of us future. Our grandchildren, our unborn children's future are going to end only because he did not become president. That's why he threatened. And those bogus, useless men that call themselves social civil society advocate. Those guys that call themselves pastors and council of hustlers and dogs.
Oh no! So
that did nothing.
We're gonna leave you. We're gonna leave you right there. We're gonna leave you right there, Musa. We're gonna leave you right there, Musa. Let's talk to Edmund quickly. Go ahead, Edmund. No time.
Thank you. You know, we stand by the statement our Secretary General made. Anybody think say the 2023 election where they could beat our policy with stick and kill them like you kill the dog? Everybody will sit here that was happy. That's a zero. Don't cheat. The man that you has nominated, Mr. Boakai, we are telling you that he is conflicted. General Weah is conflicted. He is opposite. This is the man that announced you as first round winner when election commission has not even announced 50% of the vote during 2023. So we are saying to you, we don't trust him. And since we don't trust him, you should withdraw that nomination. Say you have failed to do so, and we are fully aware when you foresee the legislature will not be able to do check and balance, they will pass it. If only he want to do something funny, the only place he has to go and sit there to do it is to go on Pluto to do it. But if he remain on the soil of Liberia and do anything funny with the Liberian people vote, my dear brother, you will be a visitor of the cemetery. We won't nobody apology. We really. And you will even hear more of these things that we are saying here. This is just the beginning. When you force the guy on us, he will not have a small ride. When he's going to arise, he will not have a seat to sit on. It was stupid, yeah? We hear about budget. Look, that is not supplementary budget, my brother. That's a recast. The guys, they have come to realize that $1.2 billion, like we said in the past, was very, very empty. And because of the emptiness of that budget, they have come to do earlier recast at the end of the first quarter. They have realized that nothing is working. They have come to recast accordingly supplementary budget. You want to pay no.
Thank you.
What is the reason for that? Because we are not seeing their money.
Thank you.
Are we having their money yet?
Thank you.
What is the cost of the reprinting additional bad note? We want to know.
Thank you.
You don't want to add our bread up.
Thank you very much, Edmund. Thank you very much, Edmund. Thank you, Edmund. We gotta leave you. And go back to talk to additional callers on the line. Yeah, we gotta go back and talk to additional callers on the line. Let's see if we can take this question quickly. Go ahead, no time, quickly. Let's hear you. Hello.
Yes. Anyway, is that my time?
Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Dapo. Let's hear you quickly.
Yes. So well, for everyone to hear what I have to say in regards to your topic today. Let me start with former President George Weah. People often say we are not coming back, or why should the Liberian people trust Weah? You see, Oliver, you should trust a leader, or judge a leader, not only when he's in office. You should judge a leader when he leave office. You see the comment Mr. Walker made before he became president, that was a very dangerous comment. But when President Weah realized that he had lost the election, what did he do? He politely called President-elect Joseph Walker and turned the country over peacefully. That tells you that George Weah is a man of peace. But the question now is, if Walker loses this election, will he really show his presidency after he lost the election? And lastly, Jefferson Koji comment is a free speech. The same way Boga people were telling us that what Boga said was his free speech, let us consider Jefferson Koji his comment as a free speech as well. And as far as the printing of the currency, the central bank informed the Liberian people why they need to print this money and what it's going to do to the economy. That explanation should come from the central bank governor and not from the president. Thank you very much, Khan.
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's see if we can talk to this person. We talk to two more than we call it a day. Go ahead, 1 minute. How are you? Your background is noisy. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Isaac Professor Gosson. I'm joining you this evening from my resident in the community.
Go ahead.
I want to say thank you for your comments. But I want to ask you for a favor, please. You are in Central Monrovia. Driving home after the show, people at the executive apartment to see if we still have space in the yard. And then if we have space there, you can form out tomorrow and show, because we are not going to buy anywhere difference to gather that cemetery for the women. We owe no apologies. We owe no apologies. We stand by our statement that the Secretary General made this one time on show. If these people feel.
Oh, I said you left the line. I didn't push you up. Just press it. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening. Let's hear you. What's your name?
Thank you, Beno Andrews. Long time. Okay.
Go ahead, Beno. Let's hear you.
Thank you. For the second point. I agree with Kochi, our Secretary General. I agree with him. Kochi, this Papa got some honor his place. He got some deed. It comes on it now. For God's sake, no other bank company about the commission, the IT commission right now. But the Papa, he knows all of us, he knows for comments, he knows when people suggestion. So you know that this Papa got something honor his place on it. And Mr. Walker want to tell them that God has his job. On it now will be a very reverse on it now where the situation will protect their vote. And I think, and I agree with the SG, and I think for Honorable Walker, you will regret the hour and the minute why you should choose the Liberian people on now. Because we are suffering, you are still the Liberian people. Nothing that a gift for the Liberian people to trust the other waiting now to vote President Weah. And for the legislation, the legislature, after time they have to embarrass the Liberian people. But now we call it all our general district. Now we reject those people because they only have to be answerable to the executive. Okay. They are not answerable to the district. They only answerable to President Walker.
Thank you. We leave you right there. We talk to the last caller. Go ahead. You're the last person on the line.
Thank you very much, Mr. Khan. This is Francois the Leader Western, which is one of Liberia legitimate owner that joined from Central Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why the people should be bitter about what Koji said. He said if. So if they are actually intending to steal the election, then big breaking issue out of it. Is it the reason why they are pointing people with kind of questionable character? Is that the reason why they are doing all of this thing going around here? We like the all color said, my brother, we owe nobody apology. We will not sit here for Waka who threatened any of Liberia to allow his children of Wakoji said to border us. We are not border, we are not moved, we are not even concerned about that. If Waka think that his will oversee all of the Liberian people with 2029, then he will be a citizen of the cemetery. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. We got to go home until we return here on tomorrow. It has been a Freedom Communications Incorporated production. My name is Kai, Alexa, and Jalen Roosevelt. The both of them were not here today. Until we see you, have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you and bye-bye. This song is called Go Pape Go. Go, 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 Pape Go. Enjoy yourself. Have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Every day you